Good morning. I was just talking to my friend Gary, and we both have goosebumps. And my name is Jodee Rich. I'm the co-founder and the producer of NFT.NYC. Thank you. One of the reasons why we have goosebumps is because this theatre is almost exactly 100 years old today, and it was built for activists. It was built for activists who were wanting to get the vote. And they were women activists, and this theatre was built for women who wanted to win the vote in Congress. And what's so exciting for me is that we are now standing here. We've just displayed so many NFTs in Times Square. Did you all see that? Yes. Thank you. It was an extraordinary exercise to book those 11 screens and have them all come up together. So we've just made history, and in this amazing city, and I assume that most of you are New Yorkers. Who are the New Yorkers? Yes. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I'm actually a New Yorker as well. I was born in New York in 1960, and in 1962, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, my mum said to my dad, "I don't want to live in a city with nuclear warheads pointing," and so I was dragged off to Australia, which is why I talk like this. But I'm actually one of you. So here we are in this extraordinary theatre, and we're making history. And I've been asking myself, why is it that NFTs have gone from 0 to 100 in such a short time? So much faster than any other technology that I have seen in my life. And I'm sure many of you and many of the speakers that we have are going to be talking about this. But let me just summarize for one moment. I think that they're tribal, they're collaborative, and they allow us to create value. And that is unique. It's at a time when Google has taught us to search, social networks have taught us about content. And all of us know how to create content, but when we release it into the universe, we don't really own it. And NFTs have given us the ability to own our own content. I think the other thing that's amazing, and again, why it's so wonderful to be in this theatre, is that we are moving from being users of someone else's thing to being creators of our own things. Yeah. And you guys are not users, you are creators. And I'm the guy that walked into Twitter over 11 years ago. In fact, that's one of the ways I first met Gary. And I said to my friends at Twitter, we'd like to do interesting things with all of your tweets. And, I was so hopeful for where social networks would end up. And over the last few years, I have felt that we needed to take more control of our social data, and that's what I think we can do with NFTs. So here we are. We are in this amazing city that for centuries has been the hub of finance. For the last 100 years, it's been a major hub of culture. And we have that incredible billboard canvas to display our NFTs in Times Square. And that's why we are NFT.NYC. So the last thing I'd like to share with you guys is a big thank you to everyone who has helped bring this together. Cameron Bale and I, we started this in August of 2018. What happened was Devin Finzer, do you guys know Devin? Devin is the CEO of OpenSea. Go Devin. Devin and I were having lunch at Bar Pitti down in the village, eating delicious spaghetti arrabbiata, And I said to Devon, we really should have an event to try and bring some of the thought leaders together who are responsible for this space called NFT. And by the way, it was a time when Devon and I would say, should we call it NFTs? And I actually said to my team, whatever you do, if you're trying to educate people, don't use the word NFT because no one knows what it means. And if you explain it to your mum or your dad or your brother or sister, it means not something. So you completely spin them out. So anyway, we thought we'd be wild and crazy, and we decided we would have an event. And the first event was in February 2019. I called up Cameron and I said, Cam, you know, Devon thinks it's a good thing to do. Let's register a name. And we talked for a while, and we decided NFT.NYC was the right name for it. And I'm so happy that that's what we did. That is our brand, and you guys are NFT.NYC. I can't see very well because the light is in my eyes, but I'd be really interested to know who has been to a previous NFT.NYC. Yes? A few. Okay. So that brings me, the last thing I'm going to share with you guys is a lot of you have asked about, you know, what is our mission, what is our direction? And we have 3 values around what we're doing. The first one is we want to give the community a voice. We want to put as many people on stage as possible. And that's why we have this crazy format. There's no music in between speakers. People are on and off. In the very first event we had in February 2019, we had 120 people on stage. I was the MC. My job was to sort of get them on, get them off, introduce them. This year, 10 of my friends are being MCs because I can't be in 3 places at once. And we get as many people on stage as possible. 51% of the people who applied to speak are on stage this year. So thank you to our speakers. Our second value is something that I have thought about most of my life, which is, as humans, there is so much duplication of effort and not enough collaboration. And so our second value here is to bring people together who are working on like projects. And so my wish from this event is that all the people who are working on ticketing, those who are working on generative art, those people who are working on each category of NFT get together. And I think we've won on that because there are 300 satellite events this year around NFT.NYC. You're a great audience, by the way, thank you. And then the last value we have, and I don't think we've gotten there in previous years, but I think we're on the way. We want to share what we do with the broader community. We want the broader community to know why NFTs are going to be so disruptive to so many industries. And I mean disruptive in a really positive way. And I think we're getting there this year. We've had 240 reporters from general media want to be part of this, and we've given away 240 tickets to mainstream media. And the last thing I'm going to do is introduce my friend, who I've known for many, many years. We had a call with Gary about 8 weeks ago, right at the moment that my team were just going crazy. Jodee, we can't have so many people. We're a tiny little team. And we had a call with Gary, and Gary said, you have an opportunity to make NFT.NYC the South by Southwest of New York. And so that really motivated the team, and that's, I guess, where we're heading. This event, we've sold 5,000 tickets. We have 3,000 people on a wait list. I think that next year, in June, at our next event, we could have between 10 and 20,000 people. So we're on the way, guys. Thank you very much.